Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Elias and welcome back to Feed the Beast Pyramid Reborn. In the last episode, we were working through Industrial Foregoing, trying to get to the, what are we making? The Material Stonework Factory, which required us to get the Mob Slaughter Factory so that we could get, not that, I didn't want that. I don't know what to do with it. Let's just make a little... I don't actually know what you can do with liquid meat. Usage. We can smelt it. Okay. That's interesting. Go into it. Do we get any side effects? No. Alright. We'll just delete it. And... is there a way for us to... I need more cobblestone. Is there a way for us to get the pink slime out? So we need pink slime. By the way, I went ahead and made the lava. We did that last time, so I have the lava bucket in here. And just trying to get things taken care of. So... show working area. It actually covers most of the farm, which is kind of cool. We're gonna active on redstone signal. I want to turn this off, and is there a way? Oh, hey, cool. We just right click it with the bucket, and we get what we need. So we need pink slime, and in order to do this, we need to actually place this pink slime into the world. Like so, and that will congeal eventually. So between episodes, I was just kind of waiting around for that, making more canola, ethanol. This is ethanol. It's always been ethanol. It always will be ethanol. I keep calling it canola. It's not. I know better. And oh hey, there's the pink slime. So let's just kill it. We have the pink slime. And that's all we need. So, there's another achievement completed. We just need to make it now, and or do that we need. So let's see. We can throw this in here. We need some water, and that's it. But while we're over here, let's go ahead and chop down these trees. Get some more saplings, probably. Hopefully enough so that we can keep making more ethanol, not canola, ethanol. And here soon, actually, we'll be able to do some really cool stuff to make this go a lot faster. But let's go ahead and make the thing, the Material Stonework Factory. So there we go, nice and easy. We can keep our buckets, which is nice. Let's see, that one can go in there. And let's go turn this in. So, we are getting close to being done with the RF as well. But this is going to give us some really cool rewards. Specifically, we'll throw this in here. It'll accept it. We're going to get an angel ring. That's creative flight, if you're not familiar. So, yeah, I really want that. Let's go ahead and get rid of this stuff. And I guess that was the first thing on the list. Alright, cool. So we now have an angel ring. However, we can't fly. We can't fly because we have no GP. So we need to start working on getting some power. And to do that, we need to get into, what is it? Extra utilities. So, programmer can stay... we need to get rid of the petroleum dust. We don't need that anymore. Alright. So, we need to get into extra utilities. And in order to do stuff like that, we're going to need some generators. No, not generators. We're going to need... oh, windmills might work. Efficiency loss, that's not very good. Alright, so let's just go at extra utilities. Alright, so there is a lot of stuff in this mod that we need to kind of deal with sooner rather than later if we want to use our angel ring that we just worked really hard to get. And so the key thing with all this is we need to generate power. Now, Extra Utilities uses a really interesting power system that doesn't... Okay, so it doesn't actually require you to constantly, like, there's no wires involved. It's all wireless, and it's assigned to the player, not to anything else. So what we need to do is we need to get Overworld portal. Okay, not sure what that is about. Never seen that. By the way, this rainbow generator would be really cool to do, but I don't know if we can actually, like, physically do it. This thing has so much power. Evil infused iron? Ooh. What does that use for? Ultimate speed upgrade? Block of evil? Okay. So what we need is we need solar panels, there's lava mills, so there's a bunch of different generators. They're all up here. The creative mill would be cool. Manual mill is manual. The dragon egg mill would be really nice. However, we would need nether stars and we need a dragon egg. That's not gonna happen. I have redstone. That's not too bad. Okay, so what we can do instead is let's go ahead and look at, let's see, fire operates when placed over fire. It's not bad. Windmill, water mills are really good if they have flowing water. These are actually pretty cheap and decently, they decently are, like, useful. So maybe we'll make some of those. We could do lava mills, which require lava. There are solar panels, which are really nice and easy. They're also really cheap. And then a counterpart, there is lunar panels as well, which doesn't give you as much. It gives you, these two don't give you as much as the other machines, but they give you free power during the day and the night, and most of this is not too difficult. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go for the water mills, and we're going to try to get a decent setup with these. Now the redstone gears are really quite easy. Stone burnt is pretty easy. We just need polished stone, which is some sort of stone crafted together, and so that's not bad, but we do need a resonator. So that's a block of coal, a resonating redstone crystal, and some iron. That's not bad. The only problem is, do we have any ender pearls? We have one. We're going to need ender pearls, and we're going to need redstone. That's the main things we're going to need. And we'll need a block of coal. Alright, so first thing to make is the resonator. This is kind of your block to get into Extra Utilities too. And I don't see it. There it is. So we need to make the ender shard, which requires a glass cutter, which is just some iron and a stick. Pretty easy. And then we just make some ender shards, and I really like this texture because as you get rid of them, they actually disappear. They take it from the piece of the pie. So it's a really cool, like, stacking thing. So is it 4? Yes. And we're going to need a couple of these. So let's just get one for now. Now these resonating redstone crystals you can also get from redstone ore, but we're in a sky block. That's not going to happen. So the resonator we can go ahead and make. Awesome. We can just put this guy right here, and here's the thing. If we want to make these water mills, we need stone burnt, which means polished stone, which means stone. That's not too bad. We're going to want a lot of this. So, is that almost done, by the way? Actually, might be close. Let's go take a look at this. How close are we? Close enough that I'm going to stand over here so that we can disconnect the power line. Alright, so with the resonator, the thing about this is in order to make anything, we'll probably want speed upgrades. Speed upgrades would be really nice, and these enchanted apples and ingots would be nice to have, but it's not the greatest. You can do just the standard speed upgrades, which requires upgrade bases, which is resonator machines. However, the problem is all of this is going to require GP to get started. That's why the solar panels don't require stone burnt. Anything that requires stone burnt will require power to get started. How bad are the watermills, by the way? We do need more resonating redstone crystals. Alright, so if we want to make like 4 or 5 of these, we're going to have a good bit of that. But we're going to make one more of those, and it's to make these it's 4 redstone for each resonating crystal. Alright, this is almost done. I'll clean up the entire line later, but for now, I just want to prevent all of our RF from going into this guy. We don't need that, so it is so close. So close, come on, just a little bit farther. And 85, 9, 6. There we go. Alright, let's disconnect a line. That way it won't drain our power, and we get our rewards. And these rewards are actually really good because I don't know if we're going to need the minerals, but we're definitely going to need the Amdron tablet. Mineral will be good for a lot of different things, but whether or not it's going to be good for this playthrough, I don't know. What is it? The Integrated Dynamics is a really good mod, but this thing is important. So this is going to allow us to 32 paper. What? Bunch of rotten flesh. Leather. So let's get a bunch of paper so that we can get emeralds, and that's kind of the first step. And then we'll get a bunch of emeralds, and then we'll get some other stuff. So paper. We can get paper from rice as well, I do believe. So let's, real quick, a little bit of an aside, let's get some paper. Is there any better recipes? Wood pulp is actually pretty easy. Sawdust as well, but we don't need to. Alright, Amazon tablet. Buying, and trade. Okay, so I have to remember how this works. Disclaimer. Okay, so order item in the basket. Drone will come pick up your items. All right. So right-click in inventory with your. Okay, we need to right-click in inventory with our Amazon. And that is basically telling it where to do this. And we put the paper in here. And we can go ahead and buy this. Now, I have to remember where does this come from? So we just ordered an emerald selling paper. And anytime now. No problems. Okay. So I think order. All right, I had to hit that button. So what that's going to do is I'm looking around for something. Oh, right there it is. There's a little drone that comes by. He'll take our paper and disappear. And there we go. There's our emerald. Awesome. So that is how we can get emeralds. The Amazon tablet does exactly that. It basically is a villager trade that kind of goes off of an inventory. So, what am I doing? We need to duplicate this guy, and then we will trade. Now, the reason why we need emeralds is because if we want to get, for example, oh, I don't know, PCB blueprints or assembly programs, we probably don't care about that. Or, I don't know, oil? Let's see, that is diesel, lubricant, gasoline, kerosene. We're going to have to buy oil. It costs an emerald. No, 5 buckets of emerald. Yeah, each bucket of oil will cost an emerald. So we'll buy a bunch of this stuff, but we need to get emeralds first. That's the key. So let's get a few emeralds, and then we'll take them over, and then continue on trying to get our angel ring working. Alright, sorry about that. I had to take a drink. So I think that's enough. Let's keep that there. Blaze powder can go down there. That'll work. Alright, and emeralds in here. And then we'll just put the Amazon tablet in there for right now. Now, it is going to eventually run out of air pressure. All of Pneumaticraft's machines they basically use power in pressure. So we'll be able to refill that with our air compressor later if we need to. There's a machine we can make to do that, but for right now, it's not that big of a concern. So let's go ahead and get some more stone cooking. And let's see, what are we going to want to do? So the other thing is this mineral tree. We're going to put him in here. If we need him later, we'll grow him, but for now, we're just going to put him in there. So in order to get any of this stuff taken care of, any of the GP taken care of so that we can actually get some power, what we need to do is we need to get polished stone. So how do we get polished stone again? It is stone bricks. Then done like that. Alright, now if we put one of these guys in here, it doesn't have enough power. So we need to make some power. And the way we do that is we grab some more blocks of redstone because I'm almost out. And we're going to just make all of these shards. I don't know if ender shards are used for much of anything else. Screens, indexer. Okay, I don't really care about that. So we're just going to make all these resonating redstone crystals. We're going to get 2 of these guys. And we're going to make our solar panels. Now, unfortunately, it's night. So, did I ever make a bed? I don't believe I did. So let's make a bed real quick. I was going to say string could be a problem, but we have a ton of industrial hemp. So let's just turn this into string, into wool, into a bed, so that we can just kind of, one, not only set our spawn, but also just go ahead and get the day. That way we can set down these solar panels, doesn't matter where. They'll generate power, and then we can turn a bunch of polished stone into stone burnt that we need. And then what we'll do is, as we kind of go, we'll set up a system so that we can get more, basically just more stuff. Alright, so how is this guy doing? Not too bad. Let's go ahead and refill it. And cool. So, at this point, what we need to do is we need to get water mills. Now, we need a bunch of redstone gears, which is just a bunch of wood. So let's just grab half a stack. We'll turn you all into sticks. And we'll need a little bit more redstone, I think. So we have 6 of these guys. So that would be 12 of the gears, which is 48 of the 48 redstone torches. So we're gonna need a little bit more redstone. And there is a good number of them. And let's just take the rest. We'll make all of these redstone gears. And that's probably going to be good enough. So, all we need now is a bunch of stone burnt. Now, this will take a little bit of time. We don't have we don't have enough power. Oh, I forgot about that. So we need another set of this stuff. So we're just going to put these away. We'll only make 5. And let's get more solar panels. Now these don't have like any efficiencies or anything. It's literally as many as you can make will give you more power. And I crashed. Be right back. Alright, sorry about that. It crashed. I have no idea why, but we did. So we still don't have enough power. We still need more of the solar panels. And we'll get these guys set up. Hopefully we won't crash again. And now we have a total of 9 GP. Grid power is what that stands for, by the way. And so that is enough for this guy to make some stone burnt. And once this gets set up, we'll be good to kind of finish up everything and just get a lot of stone burnt. So polished stone goes in there. Once we get 6, we're going to set up our first little bit of stuff down below. And then what we can always do is we can always make more of this stuff. The only hard part with this is the ender pearls. So ender pearls, if there's a good way to get that. Gas tiers, not a good way to get that. If we get an ender lily, that'd be really nice. I don't know if we can. That's the only thing. Because otherwise, yeah, ender pearls are the problem. So let's just go ahead and put this stuff down here. What we need is we're going to have flowing water. And that is pretty much it. So let's make sure this is well lit down here. And the thing about this is it needs to be flowing water. The water mills will not work with anything else. It has to be flowing water. And we can go ahead and make our first, and I can kind of demonstrate. So there is one water mill. Water mill. There we go. I can speak. So this guy we can set down. So if we have a water source there, right here. And so this is going to be generating a lot more power. We have, this generates 14 power by itself. So I've never actually set these guys up before, so I don't know quite what I'm doing. But we'll figure it out. So if something's not like super efficient or anything like that, don't blame me. So let's make another water mill and see if this will be enough to get what we need. So if we set this one up in this corner, that one's only generating 10. But if we take 14, 14. Alright, this is not the most efficient way. I know this. So let's take a look. Doesn't really matter about this stuff. Alright, let's do these one at a time. So if we take a look at the recipe, the box kind of says it's a 3x3. So if we set this up like so, and actually move this in, that'll be more accurate to what we need to do. And we put a block of water here. And a thing of water here. So that's now generating 16. So if we put this one here, it's generating 4. I don't know if there is a good way to do this or not, with multiple. So that's generating 14. $16 and $16. Alright, so that seems to be decent. And that's what we'll do is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll just do something like this. Make sure it's well lit down here, because I don't want anything to spawn, and torches are cheap. So I have water in all the corners except for that one. Can we put water in? No. So we need to break these because I messed up and made let's see, there's one there, one there, one there. And then we'll have this needs to go. So we'll have one there, water line. So I've got to kind of tweak this a little bit. I've got to think and figure out what where everything goes and whatnot, but we won't have those middle ones, this middle line of blocks, so let's just do that. And yeah, alright, so we should have enough stone burnt by now. And here is the question. Yeah, we have plenty of stone burnt now. Make 2 more of these. Is it going to be enough? We have 41 is what it says. So this one goes here. This one goes here. Break all this. And 14, 16, 16, 14. 16, 16, 16, 16. Perfect. So there is how much? 73. So we should be able to start flying. And if that's the case, that's really nice. Grid power. Hey, we can start flying now. We don't need to make any more of this right now, so we're not going to worry about it. We have 32, and we're using 32, so that's not bad, because these guys are making 64 basically, and we have creative flight. So this is kind of awesome. Now here's the thing, is it's gonna get night, and now these guys aren't working, but we still have flight because we are only at 32 out of 64. So these guys are just extra, and honestly, we can go ahead and pick them up. Don't need them. Now, if we ever need more power, we can pretty easily get that. But that is pretty much all we need to do for getting a ton of GP. The water mills are really good. They're really efficient, so that is awesome. We now have creative mode flight. I love it. So how are we doing for this? This is the next and last thing we really need to worry about until we get back into Pneumaticraft. We do need to kind of duplicate. Let's see, what does Pneumaticraft give us? It's the programmer. It's on this side. It gives us some gear, including a jet plate. So a different type of flight. I really wish I knew what this one was. Clay bedrock. I might have to look that one up. But so what we need to do, what I need to do, other than continue to get ethanol, is continue to get ethanol and EU. And then kind of the plan from there is going to be, I really want to make the garden cloche, and that will give us most of these other quests. So once we get the EU, the garden cloche will take like all of 2 minutes. And then where do we go from there? That should, let's see, we'll be able to do Britannia, which will give us the Starfield Creator. That is the next step to get to the last objectives. The programmer is something we can do while waiting for other things. That's not a problem. Do we have much bone meal at this point? That is probably one of the biggest things that we probably should do, is make an actual mob farm, because we don't really have one. But do we have much bone meal at all? Oh, we have a couple bones. We have some dandelions. That's good. We need roses. So let's just come over here. This is a slightly bigger area. And, you know, I wonder if the garden cloche can actually grow flowers. I don't know. I don't actually know. But we need roses. Are we gonna get any roses from this? Looks like we're just getting white flowers, which is not good enough. Alright, let's come over here. We have 5 more. And there is our first rose. So I think we need 1 more rose. And then we can officially get into Britannia. I don't think we can do anything else. So what we need to make is floral fertilizer. Now the thing about this is it requires either floral powders or yellow and red. And if we don't have any other reds, then we can't really make it. I probably should have ground it up. I realize that now. That's a little bit of a mistake. Phyogenic isolator. That is something we could probably make to get more as well. But the thing is once we get 1 recipe of it, we won't have to do it again. So since I know that we got stuff right here, let's go ahead and bone meal this a few more times and hope for this guy. Alright, so with that taken care of, I'm not even going to worry about getting more. We can go ahead and make our floral fertilizer, and then this stuff we're going to take over here. And just 1 little thing, and now we have flowers. We have the beginning of our flowers. Now, here's the thing. We're going to need, let's get another chest or 2 or 5. We're going to need very specific flowers. We'll get to that. And we're just going to store this stuff right here for now. That can have its own chest, and this can have its own chest, I guess. I don't know. We'll put another chest somewhere else. In here. So let's get that stuff out. And I don't know what else. Yeah, we'll just store that stuff in there, and this will get the flowers. So what we can do, we can actually make petals. Put these petals in here, and then what we can do with this is we can take bone meal on these guys. If we plant them in the ground, bone meal them, and then we'll need shears. We break the top, and then we get 4 petals. So this is a much easier way to get all the petals we need if I actually do it correctly. The only thing is we need bone meal. So what we'll end up doing is trying to get as much stuff as we can. I need to just get bones, bone meal, all that kind of stuff. So maybe, how bad would the grinder be to make? Mob grinder, mob factory, mob crusher. That is pretty easy, actually. Can we make that real quick? I think we can make that real quick. Alright. Let's make that real quick so that we can then get mob drops. And whatever spawns in there, we'll get. So, industrial foregoing, you go in here. We are going to need, let's see, what all are we going to need? We're going to need an iron sword. We're going to need tin. We're going to need gold. Alright, let's just start working on this. So we need 2 of these guys. We need 1 of these. And we need glass. We're going to need a sword. We're going to need a piece of redstone. And last thing we need is books and plastic. So what's the easiest way to get books? We need leather. Can we get leather from... Yes, we can. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we'll cook up some leather. And then all we need now is plastic, which we have almost enough of. Do any of these have latex? Yes. So we can take this down. Why am I taking a ladder? I can go around. And then there's that. All the tiny dry rubber we could ever want. Dry rubber into what we need. So we make the books. And once we get the last piece of plastic, we can make the mob crusher. And then, I don't know how this works, to be honest. We will find out very soon. So, let's make the mob crusher. I'm assuming the mob slaughter is what we already had. So this is what we need. And this will allow us to get drops. Let's get a chest. And that is exactly what we needed to do. So, mob drop output. And the top, will it automatically output? No. Alright, so we'll need some sort of pipe. Transfer node will be great. And that should be good for now. If this fills up with essence, I don't know if it's going to have an issue or not. But we'll figure it out. So there we go. We are going to get drops now, and that means I can start working on getting more floral fertilizer and all that kind of fun stuff. So between this episode and next, here is the plan. First of all, I am going to go ahead and start working on getting a couple of different things. So one, we need more Botania flowers. That is goal one. I'm also going to work on trying to finish this guy up because that is mana, and that would be really nice to have a lot of. I don't know like how many it's going to give us or what, but it would be really nice to have blacker lotuses. It's going to make this a lot easier. So I'm going to work on that, and we'll kind of go from there. So I'm going to work on getting Botania stuff ready and getting more EU. That's the plan. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!